get me dressed, Dad? Let's go to Max 97. Oh, what's up, Max?
What's going on, Mike?
How are you?
Boy, I tell you, Harbaugh sounds like me when I was in the ninth grade, and I got all F's, and I came home, and I used the word but. My father sounded like Samuel Jack. He say but one more time. I double dog that. He say but one more time. And I was in trouble. I just don't understand what all the but. But is a conjunction to find something right. You try to find something right, try to just mess it up. And know what? Last thing, Mike, Michigan should have a middle name. It should be Michigan Butt Wolverine.
Yeah, I mean, Max, it's just you're never going to get where you want to go. You got to address the issue. We talked about it yesterday. There were 10 to 12 plays in that game that could certainly eliminate this. And go, what about this play? Why couldn't you do better here? And it's like, and we don't even need to get to the officiating. There were points to be had all over the field. You didn't rise to the occasion.
Hey, Mike, I've been here with you, Michigan guys, and one was like, oh, I hate this play. I was looking to find the five on replay. I was looking at the last one.
Yeah, I think, and we should remind you what a replay is to re-adjudicate a call on the field. All right, replays have people in the game for targeting that wasn't called. Replay has went back and said, hey, guess what? That was actually an awesome catch. The receiver may be a footing, but the further you get away from the truth, which is your players and coach did not do a good enough job in the seminal moments of the game, the further you get away from that truth, the further you get away from the result. You are now deluding yourself into thinking there's a replay conspiracy against you, that a call in the second quarter somehow doomed you, iceberg right ahead. Are you kidding me?
Newsflash, you're not that important. There's no conspiracy against you. It just happened that way. Well, how come we we missed out on every call? Because every call went the way it was supposed to go. I don't know what this isn't okay, you get three and they get three.
So the targeting wasn't targeting. It was appropriately officiated. Kenneth's pass was very close, but it's a touchdown.
When I first saw it, Mike, in full disclosure, that's Jenkins. I don't think he made it.
There's no real question. Very close, but to me, it was a TD. Okay, the face mask. Okay, the face mask wasn't a face mask.
He went and grabbed the ball, and that wasn't his right.
So, all right, now we're down to the two-point conversion. Possession, ball was taken away on the ground. It's not the NFL possession. He steps in the end zone, and then he falls out of bounds. So, I'm just saying, when you break it down into what the calls that went against us, here's an idea.
Oh, you know what? In the Jalen Reed, when it looked like they hit the ground, he actually had his hand on it.
The announcers on the play showed it, in fact, did hit the ground.
Joe was out, and the referee guy said that was that call.
Okay, so that's the hill you want to die on. Here's one. Where was the pass interference late? You ran a pick play. I don't care. They didn't make a call on it. Nope. NBD. Two Spartans collide with each other at the point where your receiver is. Do you know what that means? There was nobody covering the other guy out of the flat, and I think it was Corum. The point is, Cade McNamara didn't make the right read. And if he did, that player's probably still running. But see, you don't want to blame that because that would say your player didn't make the right decision. So it's easier to do what? Blame someone else. And that's why your program isn't winning anymore. It's insanity to me. 248-539-9797. We'll get more of your phone calls. And by the way, if you don't like the Harbaugh leadership thing, Ohio State or bust. Talk to me. We'll get some Lions trade deadline updates. Is it or not?
You have to have assets in order to make trades.
97. I'm not even taking the bait on that. 97. 97 ball flood tickets.
Township, a crash is blocking the two right lanes on Gratiot Avenue northbound over 15 means that they can go to their bullpen here. They're going to try and manage this game and make sure that Atlanta does not score a lot of runs with seasons on the line. But let's go under 9 in Game 6 of the Fall Classic, Houston and Atlanta. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. One mortgage myth that we hear all the time is having to choose between a 15 or a 30-year fixed-term mortgage. At Hall Financial, we offer the modern mortgage to create a flexible term that fits your unique financial situation. Our team of mortgage experts are available right now for a free 5-minute mortgage review. At 866-CALL-HALL, you can chat with us at callhallfirst.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435. Equal housing lender.
In today's market, it's not about whether or not your home can sell, or even who can sell it the fastest. We already know it's going to go. In today's market, it's all about putting more money in your pocket. And just because the market is crazy doesn't mean that you have to go crazy getting your home ready for sale. Hi, I'm Realtor Jeff Weller, and I'm proud to announce our new exclusive Seller More Money, Less Problems program. That's right. When you list your home with our team, we take care of all the details up front, and you don't have to pay a dime. Things such as improving the curb appeal by covering the cost of the landscape, paying a stager to come out and shape up your look, and even hiring a cleaning crew at our expense to get your home show ready the day before our photographer arrives. Yep, that's right. Improve the way your home shows without spending a penny of your own money and end up with more money in your pocket at closing because your house shows like a model home.
Call Realtor Jeff Glover and his team today to take advantage of their new and exclusive seller program at 855-JEFF-SELLS or online at housesoldlane.com. Certain restrictions apply.
Finding the right Medicare plan may feel impossible, but now it's anything but. With Walgreens Find RX coverage tool, you can compare plans online, over the phone, or in person, making Medicare easier than ever. Easier than picking which true crime doc to watch, figuring out that Wi-Fi password, or putting the new paid cover back on. So if you can do those things, with Find RX coverage, you can definitely Medicare. Find the plan that's right for you by visiting Walgreens.com/Medicare.
You know a spot, but not just a spot. A spot. Actually, with the all-new Nissan Frontier, you know a bunch of them. But the key to these great spots, being able to reach them in the first place. Your spot is out there. Find your Frontier in the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier. With standard 310 horsepower, advanced tech, and 281-pound feet of torque. Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived. Step up your vision. Top tech up to 45% off during their early access Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Are you wasting money on a timeshare you rarely use? Cancel it with Titan Exit Group. Get a free consultation and see how they can stop the never-ending maintenance fees and mortgage payments. In fact, if your timeshare contract is not terminated, you owe nothing, so you have nothing to lose. But those monthly fees, get legally released from your timeshare. 100% guaranteed. Call now for your free consultation at 800-200-0894. 800-200-0894. Sports news all day, every day. This is 97.1 on Ticket to all of St. Anna. Weekend Saturday at 6:30. Kickoff at 7:30 on 104.3 WOMC.
thing real quick.
Go ahead.
But see, you don't have in the bigger programs, Nick Saban in Alabama, anybody, Dabble, any of the guys in there. Number one, they're not making excuses about the refs, but they're also not losing 3-4 games a year either. But, dude, they're not going to play with the camera. They're going to stick with the quarterback. They're going to play with the quarterback. And that's what they don't do in that bad situation. I thought Carson was like, I like the way that I like the way the young man is out of it. Everybody kind of have some different pictures of I'm sorry, there was in this team that really get about football and everything like that, but I still think the limelight today. I know they said this before and I probably ignored them. The key to the limelight on Saturday is probably not the influence on the sitting around getting any ball.
Well, and listen, the NFL doesn't want nothing to do with it because of the personality. He burns it to the ground. I mean, look at the things he said about his GM and his owner and the way he left San Francisco. And look, I get it. The organization ended up bottoming out too. But this is a guy who never spent more than 4 years anywhere for reasons. He's very, I'll be polite, unique. Not the word I was going to go with. I don't understand him. He's not the guy who used to coach Stanford. He's just not. But you know what? I wonder if it's the fact that he knew getting this job, they needed him more than he needed them. So I can kind of do whatever. Yeah. Because what are you going to do? Are you really going to fire me? You know what I always believed?
Teachers
thought it'd be.
hero platform swing bombs made triple bars.
Dude, it was like Charlie Weiss. I'm the hottest thing since pants with pockets. I'm gonna go run circles around these college yokels, and then I'm from the NFL. And then I'll go get the job I want in the NFL. 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 7 years down the line, whatever it may be. Man, you saw this with Charlie Weiss. I'm smart. I'm coming in from the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots. You're not gonna get this. Now, David, I'd asked you, what was the snap count for J.J. McCarthy? He had 12. See, right there, I do not think the value proposition J.J. McCarthy's 12 snaps is anywhere compared to keeping my starter in rhythm and with the way Kate McNamara played. Now, I know some people are going to go, well, listen, J.J. did throw a touchdown. Guys, it's man covered 50-50. Throw the ball up. Nice ball. High school quarterback could make that throw. You're telling me Kate McNamara couldn't make that throw? Even the throw Kate got intercepted on by Charles Brantley was a beautiful ball. Oh, no. It should have been a reception. I don't get it. But again, this is what happens when you're worried about a kid leaving, or you're worried about a family complaining. There was no justification in that moment for whatever JJ brings. That's not Lamar Jackson coming in off the bench for a change of pace. Here's your justification. It happens like this every time at Michigan. Just like the excuses, like clockwork. The next quarterback is the guy, and he should be out there. I mean, think about it. We did it yesterday when there was Shea Patterson. But wait till you see Joe Milton. Just wait till you see Joe Milton. He throws the ball 75 yards from his knees. He's Cam Newton. By the way, he's so good. MSU ran 75 offensive plays. Michigan ran 83. That's 158 plays. That's 158 opportunities for you to go win the game. So when your coach goes out and cries about officiating, you want to know why I don't listen? It's because you are marginalizing, devaluing 158 snaps. Rico, hell, he's pointed out several where you couldn't even get your defense lined up. Oh, and you think the refs cost you more than that, huh? Kenneth Walker's still running because you had 38 guys lined up like the Rockettes at Radio City Music Hall on one snap. And for the, I think the long touchdown run, they're sitting up there yelling at each other, trying to, okay, you go here, you go. They weren't set. They weren't ready. MSU had the ball 58 yards later. MSU kept catching them in that because that's fixed. That's no intent. Hell, Joe Platt, that ball, even talked about on top of the broadcast. They struggle with tempo. And you just brought up something I was just about to say because it happened against Nebraska. There was a key touchdown, I believe, in the Nebraska game. He's going in the back pocket. Where they were trying
same thing when Tommy Izzo's talking about they only got 10 free throw shots and Purdue got 28 free throw shots last season. You know, talk about leadership. I would have been. You guys don't perform. This January, you made every right decision. The AD was speaking of fire and said, come back to this amount, but it's the 10th highest paid coach in the Big Ten now.
Sounds right.
Come back to this. Yeah, you didn't have options. Yeah, they said it was the fire. You brought in coaches that are going to make a difference. You're going to feel it. You're going to see it over the years.
Okay, so just so after again losing to Michigan State, and I like your Izzo point because I get crushed by Spartan fans because I firebomb Tom Izzo. I hate all the crying. I hate it. Go listen to what I did to him after they lost to Syracuse.
Mike, you don't spend an hour talking about Izzo.
Really?
Give me a break.
So we didn't do. Hold on, time out. So, and one of Tom's biggest failures when he played Ben Carter over an NBA lottery when he lost to Syracuse. I didn't do 4 hours.
No. Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
You're wrong. It's factual. You can go pull the video. I did 4 hours on it. You can't say that.
Harbaugh has ended his career because that's all you do is talk about him come down. And that's okay. I don't like him either. But I think he's made good decisions in the last 6 months.
Okay,
That's
so
gonna pay off.
just so we're clear,
And
by losing to Michigan State, I'm supposed to be pimping him today.
no, not at all. But I wouldn't spend an hour and a half hearing his ass.
Well,
about what he done.
that's why I'm one of the best radio hosts in the country, and you're not. Have a nice day. You wouldn't spend time talking about Jim Harbaugh when he goes on the radio and cries about officiating. That's why you're sitting home and I'm here. You must be kidding me.
Because in Michigan fans, no.
The head coach at Michigan is not a topic to you?
Because they want to say what you got to say, and move on.
No.
Why are you beating this
No,
dead?
because I'm not up for the play-by-play job at Michigan. Because we do what the people want. And that's
You're
why
right.
the ratings of this program have never been better.
And you're right. And it's funny because when it comes to Tom, you always see he has the press conference, and then he hits that point where he needs to step down from the podium,
And he doesn't.
but he doesn't. And not, I'm like,
Who's
and
been
I'm
harder
sitting
on
there like,
him? Who's been harder on him than me?
Not even Lupe. It's got to be you.
Oh, and then this Beekman's going to call up and tell me I didn't do 4 hours, murdered him after I lost Syracuse.
But the guy also says that I would have fired Harbaugh,
Oh, please.
but everything he's done in the last 6 months, it's going to pay off in the next few
David,
years.
you're right. Let's
What?
not talk about
Okay.
Harbaugh's comments. Mind you, full line since the start of the show.
Okay, but here's the
Hey,
thing.
can we break down the Pistons tonight?
That's
How about that winless football team we've got on Sunday? By the way, I told you yesterday I wasn't going to make it all about Harbaugh, and we talked a lot about Mel Tucker.
yeah.
I mean, just get your stuff together. Well, it's extended your career. I don't know. Maybe. But the fact you haven't won in 17 years, you know what's better for business? If you actually did something. Newsflash. Well, excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were having a private conversation with David.
Well, I was asking when's the next Black People's Meeting.
All right. Hey, hi there. Holy mercy.
No, I was asking, did you want to do a power rankings next?
Nah, screw you. Enough about that. We'll do it tomorrow. Let me tell you about Mike Prepera. He's not black.
He's not.
But can I talk about Mike?
He's not? He was at the meetings.
National Benefit Plan.
And he was at the meetings.
Open enrollment through December
We gotta
7th.
get better security.
This is the only time of year you can shout your Medicare supplement. I'm sorry, Mike. National Benefit Plan's 30 years of experience, and according to Rico, he's at the meetings. Mike and his team will shop for you on the marketplace, off the marketplace, Medicare and supplements. He'll compare them all, contrast them all, and give you the best deal. Period. Amen. Hallelujah. Call Mike Prepera, 877-734-2200. Or on the web at nbphealth.com. That's it. That's all. It's National Benefit Plans. They'd like to be your health and life insurance agency for a lifetime. This is Jim Rome with
minute. Today is trade deadline day in the NFL, and in years past, not a whole lot really happened at the trade deadline. That's before Sean McVay and Les Snead came to Los Angeles and started to do what they do for the Rams. Next thing you know, Von Miller is a Ram. He's here now after the Rams sent a second and third round pick to Denver in exchange for Miller. Good for Denver to get something for a guy who's probably going to leave anyway, and enormous for LA to get Von Miller. Now they have Aaron Donald at one level, Von Miller at another, and Jalen Ramsey at the back end. Hall of Fame talent on each level. And how about that message? It sends the locker room and everybody else around the NFL. The message being, the Super Bowl is in our house this year, and we're doing everything we can to play in it. And right now, everybody's looking at the Rams. I'm Jim Rome.
Hey, frequent heartburn may keep you from running your A game, but it doesn't have to anymore. Join the Prilosec OTC 2-week challenge. Just go to prilosecotc.com. You'll get $3 off to get you started, plus 14 days of tips, tricks, and reminders. Just 2 weeks, zero heartburn. Go to prilosecotc.com and sign up today. Zero heartburn is possible with Prilosec OTC. Use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
What's your ultimate game day experience? A tricked out man cave? Deluxe tailgate? Then enter the 5-hour energy football sweepstakes for a chance to win $10,000. And make your ultimate game day experience a reality. To enter, buy any 5-hour energy product and upload the receipt. It's that easy. The 5-hour energy football sweepstakes. Enter today.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 and older. U.S. into the U.S. Ends December 10th, 2021. For official rules and how to enter without purchase, visit 5hesport.com. Void where prohibited.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Companies. If you thought you missed your chance to refinance and save, think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped below 3%, and Rocket Mortgage can help you save big. You could lower your monthly payment and prepare yourself for a better financial future. But you've got to act now. Call us today at 833-8ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Conditions apply. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
Our first plan to spice up the NFL season was to add man-eating tigers to the game. We lost a lot of great players that day, and that was my bad. Now I'm bringing you the Caesars Sportsbook app. It's got live in-game betting, parlays, and Caesars rewards, people. It's even better than Tiger Ball.
Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 1-800-270-7117. From C13 Features, a new kind of listening experience.
He's back!
Help me!
Get out of there.
It's here.
No, don't let them in.
You can experience Treat, a podcast movie starring Kiernan Shipka, for free on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Grab some popcorn and enjoy the show.
Get the latest sports news and inside information about Michigan and Michigan State on the 5-Star Zone with Rico Beard. Download it today on the Odyssey app.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the Harbaugh Hour. This radio show, I'll tell you, that's what you do. Yes, the head coach of one of the biggest football programs in the country who goes on air and cries about officiating after losing to his rival again is not a topic. I'll tell you what, you guys, let me tell you what I think. You'd spend 10 minutes on Israel. Well, let me help you with this, sir. Yeah, nobody cares about college basketball. It's part of our problem. We can't talk about it outside of March. I remind you, this is a business. It's not a hobby. I don't do this to have fun and chuckles. This isn't the Golden Girls. It's a business. And your coach, winning and losing, talking and not talking, business. Our NFL team's winless. You think that's good for business? Come on, guys. I'll tell you what I think is going on here. All right, David's coming to take a text. That call is incredible. Surprising we're talking about Michigan football. Michigan and Michigan State just played their biggest game since 1964. You're right, it does not warrant a few hours of conversation. Coming up tonight, let's talk Red Wings.
Good afternoon.
Let's break down the Bucks, whose top 6 players aren't even on the airplane. I'd like to hear a little more variety on this program.
Cade Cunningham
may or may not play. David.
I'm a Michigan fan, but come on now. Have more defines material that presents itself. Of course you have to talk about him.
Here's the beauty of it. Yesterday, we made the agreement. We're not talking about it. It's too easy. Let's focus on Mel Tucker and the game and everything that happened. This show was not supposed to happen. Cutscene, Jim Harbaugh goes on there and starts whining and complaining about calls.
Play the audio. This is from the morning show. Now, we talked about this. A leader, to me, just take the ownership, move on. Dan Campbell has no players. No. Dan Campbell, I actually am beginning to pity. Yeah. But Dan Campbell will say, hey, man, it's on me. Don't blame anybody, it's on me. Listen to the difference when Jim Harbaugh talks.
There's some huge things that are necessary. The obvious one, I mean, the calls. And you don't make excuses, but I mean, the guys deserve better, especially when you're talking about a replay situation that is a sack, fumble, touchdown. For that not to be a touchdown, for them to overturn that when the play was called and officiated as a touchdown, you have to have inconclusive evidence to overturn that.
Not making excuses, but. So I ask you guys the question. You tell me what you think about it. I don't know. You must find it interesting. You can find the unicorn quicker than you can find the phone line. But what do I know? Only been killing everybody for 17 years. I'm just a geek off the street. And where did they get off putting a black guy in the air? I was listening to the colored guy earlier, and he said... The nerve of that radio program! Why can't it go back to the way it used to be?
Hit that Costa guy. I like cookies.
Where's that young lad, Jimmy Costa?
He's nice.
Get him on the air.
I call him cookies.
This Rico's got some nerve.
I
like that Scott Anderson. He's wholesome. All right.
Talks about his dog a lot.
That Lois is lovely. 248-539-9797. David, what the hell are you doing? Take it easy. Let's get to some cool. Rico's on the job. Right, Rico's in the portal. Let's go to Brendan. He's up next. What's up, Brendan?
Hey, Mike. Hey, Rico. How you guys doing?
We're good. Well, I apologize. We wasted a few minutes there screwing around. Go ahead.
Oh, no. It's good, guys. I love you guys' show. Anyway, I just had some things to say about the second coming of Gamma, as my one buddy would say. I'm about done. I would cut him off right now if I had a choice. Just because I can already see how this is going to end up against Ohio State. It feels like 2016 minus the actual will to be decent. I don't know. Without the excuses is what I'm trying to say, because Harbaugh is just a walking, laughing joke at this point to me. And
but he could turn that all around with one win.
Yeah, but is he ever going to get that one win?
I want to give him the chance to do it because I do think your football team is good. I think you acquitted yourself that you're not a fraud. You are good. Look, Brendan, no, I won't pick them to beat Ohio State. But you got to get to the game and play the game. Now, if he loses to the Buckeyes, I don't think there's anything else to say. If the school is like, yeah, it's 10-2, you're admitting you're okay losing to your rivals. And I just wouldn't be.
Yeah, my problem with that, Mike, is I saw the revenge tour, Chase Winovich, all them boys trying to act like they were going to go and do something against them. Then isn't that the game where it was 62-63 to 39?
I can't keep track of the games that you gave up 40, 50, 60 against the Buckeyes. Which year was it, Brendan?
2018, I believe. Oh, God. I remember just PTSD starting to...
I know, and it's just, it's, Brendan, I'm trying, you know what it is?
I'm trying to extend to him the same thing I would extend. Well, I'd probably be rougher on an MSU coach, but I don't get credit for that. But look, bottom line is, they have everything in front of them. If they win out, I think they would have an absolute shot to get in the playoff. Absolutely. If they went 11-1 and their losses to MSU, and let's say MSU wins the Big Ten, let's say they don't, they'd have an absolute credible opportunity to do it. So it's like the narrative can change.
I don't know if they can make the playoffs, Mike, but they would be in the conversation. Because now you're looking at the whole, and we'll do this tomorrow, the ifs and buts, because one loss Michigan, one loss Alabama.
There he goes again, talking about Kim.
One loss Michigan, one loss Alabama. We all know which one loss.
Oh, that's Saban in the field, Jack. There's no, now that one I can't. This Oklahoma thing is shaky. And I'm sorry. We can debate these playoff things tomorrow. I usually root for the group of five. I don't believe Cincinnati is that good. I'm sorry, I just don't. Okay? If Cincinnati is 5 or lower, they're not getting it. That's the committee saying, that's cute, we're going to drop you. 5 is the highest you'll ever get. That's the problem you always have. Like this week, they were not good against Tulane. Last week, they were not good against Navy. Go look at the games. Watch the games. It must be nice when you get Navy and Tulane in the middle of your schedule. You know what Michigan State and Michigan are facing? We go from playing Michigan to a road trip to Purdue, who's already beaten a top 5 team. Let me see Cincinnati go and do that.
Well, that's the problem.
And if you're not going to do it, then you got to blow the doors off everybody.
You have to have a 35-point minimum.
Right. Navy, escape. Tulane, flat. And their coach looks like Rob Riggle. And I'm not putting him in the playoff.
I think they'll be 5. That's the highest they'll get. After that, then they'll be better.
Your call's next. Hey, how about some Lions trade deadline updates? David.
BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks, welcomes you to Showtime with a special offer on the World Series. Go ahead, Mike.
So big, so black.
Simply place a $10 money line wager on the game, and if either team hits a home run in the game, you'll win $200 in free bets regardless of your bet's outcome. Just use bonus code RICO200, RICO200, to make your first bet to take advantage of this offer. Enjoy the World Series like never before with BetMGM's live betting options, the boosted odds specials at your fingertips for every game. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com. Use bonus code RICO200 to win $200 in free bets if a home run is hit in the World Series game that you wager on. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. New customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credits. Free bets expire in 7 days from being issued. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan Disassociated Brokers.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, there's an accident as well as debris affecting the 2 right lanes on 696 eastbound after American Drive in Southfield. It's also affecting the exit ramp to American Drive. Traffic is now backed up from Orchard Lake Road. You can try 12 Mile to get around it. 94 westbound at Woodward, an accident blocks the right shoulder. And there is still the water main issue. 14 Mile west of Drake is closed until Friday afternoon. You can use Maple or 13 Mile instead. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
If you pay even a little attention to the news, you've seen the warnings about giant utility bills that are coming. The Department of Energy said you can expect your bill to go up 30%, but if we have a cold winter, it could be closer to 50%. And everyone from AccuWeather to the Farmer's Almanac is predicting a winter longer and colder than normal. So what do? You need to pick up your phone and call USA Insulation at 1-800-USA-PHONE. Your builder's grade insulation may have been good enough when we had low gas prices, but just turning up the heat is going to cost you a bundle now. You need to get your home more energy efficient with USA Premium Foam. Most of your heat escapes through your walls and attic. When USA foams your walls, it creates a barrier that keeps the heat inside where it belongs. Your furnace runs less, and it keeps your heating cost in check. And right now, they have a $500 early bird discount on whole home installation. Plus, you can get up to a $500 tax credit from Uncle Sam. That's a savings of $1,000. 1-800-USA-FOAM. 800-USA-FOAM. Or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Are you a real estate agent, or have you ever thought about becoming a realtor? Hi, it's Mark Z with
EXP. We are now hiring. Most realtors struggle because they don't have enough leads, or they work day and night with no retirement plan. I have a solution that includes company stock, residual income, and a great compensation plan. Come learn from the best. Meeting Mark Z at joinmarkz.com.
Stop dreaming and start driving with a low auto loan rate from Community Financial. Low rates and no application fee mean you'll drive away with a payment designed to fit your budget. Get started today at cfcu.org.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Capurro of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, log on to nbphealth.com.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket, powered by Odyssey and presented by BetQL. Become a better sports bettor. Get smarter to beat the books. Download the BetQL app or visit betql.com today. WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Sold by Mike Z Sports Test. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
Lions enter the bye week 0-8. Coach Dan Campbell says don't expect any drastic changes on offense. Jared Goff will remain the team's QB number one. Some sad news to report out of Las Vegas this afternoon. Raiders receiver Henry Ruggs III was involved in a fire car crash this morning that killed one person, will result in Ruggs being charged with a DUI resulting in death. Ruggs was the first wide receiver drafted in the 2020 draft at number 12 overall. First college football playoff reveal set for tonight. Georgia, the unquestioned number one team in the land. Spots 2 for 4 up for grabs. Cincinnati trying to be the first group of 5 teams to make the college football playoff. World Series Game 6 tonight. Astros trying to stave off elimination. Braves trying to get it done. Pistons and Wings both in action. Wings will skate with the 2-8 Canadians. Pistons taking on the defending champion Milwaukee Bucks, who are on a 3-game skid. Catch the Red Wings on the ticket and the Pistons over on WWJ. Tip-off just after 7. Face-off just after 7 as well. At the Ticket Update Desk inside the Jamie Sanderson Studios, I'm Jay Greenwood. For more, 97 on The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
All right, Dave. NFL trade deadline done. No point going down that road. Lions did not liquidate or do anything, so
The biggest news was Deshaun Watson not getting moved.
yeah, here, we can body that topic in 30 seconds. Nobody made the deal because nobody knows what's going to happen to him. And I think there was a thought process 2-3 weeks ago that there could be a settlement in the midst, that this thing could, quote, I'm not saying go away, I'm just saying from a football perspective, they would move forward with it. How do you make a trade for Deshaun Watson and put him up at a podium and go, hey, can't speak to whether this guy's a scumbag or not, or will he'll ever play for us, but we are pumped to have him. And here's Deshaun Watson. You can't do it. And we gave away a bunch of first-round picks. Can't do it. Trust us. So, yeah, there was a point where the lawyers were going back and forth every day on things. And you got this idea that there might be some momentum towards resolution in that. As far as the Henry Ruggs thing, what would you like me to say? The horrific story. Yeah, we're not doing that today. David, ticket text, please.
Michigan football is the equivalent to the Dallas Cowboys, entitled little snobs that never win.
But David, I'll say it to you again. The whole narrative can change if you beat the Buckeyes. No?
Of course it can change.
It can, Mike, but it's not something that you expect to see.
It's not about expecting it. It's about saying, look, give them the runway to at least try it.
Yeah, but
When you've seen this before.
you know what it is? It's those few hours when you buy your lottery ticket and you start dreaming of all the stuff that you're going to get. And then they pull the numbers and you realize you got to work. You don't get the budget. You don't get the lottery. You don't get the You don't get You don't. I think you get David, you don't get the basketball.
I've been tired of excuses. It boils down to not being good enough, and they're not accepting it. Now Tucker's embarrassing Harbaugh at every chance he gets.
See, I think that's the biggest concern would be you thought Sparty was dead, Antonio was gone, and he burnt the program to the ground, and Tuck has walked in and beat you the first 2 weeks.
what he's managed to do is go out and produce a team that, look, no, I don't think MSU's a top 5 team, but you're undefeated, you got to be ranked somewhere, right? Well, he's produced a team that's pretty damn good, and we can just flatly define it. Now, again, do I think State's going undefeated? No, I do not. But they've gotten this far, and you're like, wait, why does he get to win a game like that? You know, what's Harbaugh's record against top 10 teams? What's the last time Michigan won a top 10 game on the road? I'm sorry. No. 2012? Great. Don't care. That's one.
We're at home. And I win on the road.
What's the last time your program beat a top 10 team on the road? I think I know the answer, but you can look this up. I think it's 2004. Yeah, 2004. Really? I mean, again, I choose to look at it my own program. If MSU had gone 17 years without getting a big dub like that, I'm not blaming refs. And if I brought in what was presumed to be the best coach in the country, yeah, I would have expected more. I think you have to come to grips with one of two things. Either you want more for your program, and OSU has to be the all-in game, and this is it now. Or you're cool having John Cooper. John Cooper had wildly talented teams, but they never could win that big game. Yes, but Mike, here's the difference between John Cooper and Jim Harbaugh. John Cooper wore a floppy hat.
The work. Okay. You got it. Elizabeth Lake and Cooley heading to Crescent Lake Road. Yeah, we got the last job we still have to do. We're heading there now. Alright. Love you.
And it's sort of what you brought up yesterday.
You know it is. They're gonna be looking at Jim like, you ain't Jim. But I just saw Michigan State replace the greatest coach in school history. You ain't my real daddy.
But they're never going to get rid of Harbaugh because he speaks their language.
Right.
It's what you said yesterday, Mike. There's a group of people out there.
If a real coach came in here, David, and said, nah, you know what, this is unacceptable. We're not doing this.
Right.
We lost the game.
Exactly.
We lost the game.
But he's speaking their language. Oh, the rest this and that. And it's always something else. But he's speaking their language. And they're never going to get rid of him because of it. If he goes against the code or if he says something different, like back in the day when he talked about Michigan, talked about the
academics.
The academics. Thank you.
He bombed them. He called him a fraud, basically.
Like him then. But things change. And
ironically enough,
the language again.
Mike Hurt was like, who the hell is he?
Thank you.
Who's your boss, Mike?
So big, so big.
Oh my God. Let's go to Troy. He's in Macomb. What's up, Troy?
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Excellent, buddy. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, true Michigan fan here, and you know what? I've been a high school coach, varsity coach for over 20 years, and I've never blamed my players for a loss. When I say we need to get better, it starts with me, and I don't hear that from Harbaugh. And that really, sports mirrors life, and he needs to stop blaming everybody else. And what worries me as a fan is that when I read the paper, he's blaming the running back for the fumble stuff.
I thought that was very strange. Troy, you're talking about the McCarthy quorum thing, and again,
yes, sir.
I've seen him do it before where he kind of threw Blake O'Neal under the bus. I was very surprised at how he approached that, but then I remember